Yeah, I'm getting all the points now. I'm gonna win.
Bro's gonna win.
Oh no, he's gonna win.
Wait a minute. Let's
He's
see.
gonna make himself an animation.
Actually, should I count the mini game that you didn't give anybody a point for too?
So I get a point for the one that no one, for the one at the top.
Okay, you have 4 points right now.
Freddy in Space. This
What
is the original.
is this game?
So I will say, so this game was actually made for charity. So a few years ago,
Oh, okay.
Matt Pat was doing like a charity live stream. He like maybe
I
now
remember that.
now he's retired, but he I think he does or did anyway like annual charity live streams. And at one point he had like a really big one. He had Markiplier with him. I think Darko was there too, and Scott Cawthon had made them a game called Freddy in Space. I think this might have been like a reskin of a game he made previously for his kids. So what I know, this is kind of sweet, is like he actually made games specially for his children, for them to play. One of them, the sequel to Freddy in Space, is like a game that he did say he made for his kids originally. This one, what he did was he did like little secrets. Nothing. I'll tell you now. There's no lore in the game.
I
Oh,
literally just saw a MatPat video about this game because I was looking it up so I could see the pictures, and all I see is a MatPat video talking about the lore of this game.
There's no way he found lore in Freddy in Space. There's no way. He made. Maybe it's the sequel. Like maybe you're thinking of like the sequel. Maybe there's no way this has lore.
Oh, it's Freddy in Space 3.
Oh, you know what? That's what. Maybe this is 3. Okay, so this might be 2 then. Then maybe this is 3. I don't know. Either way, what he put in this game is there was secret.
No, I think that's 2. That's 2.
Shut up. What he put into this game is he put secret boss battles for the charity event. You can fight Markiplier.
What?
Yeah, Markiplier has a boss battle. I don't know if I'm assuming it's still in the game. Unless it was made for like specifically the charity event. But yeah, like he did a secret Markiplier boss battle. I think he did the Darko and MatPat one. But like if they beat the idea was that if they beat the boss battle, he will donate more money. And
Whoa.
And so that's what, again, this game was made for charity at the time. Do I have anything else to say? I mean, yeah, no, it's one of those games where it's mostly made for fun. I would actually say, I
think we should put it higher than just the fact that it was made for charity. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay, do you have
I
anything?
agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I got another point.
Oh man.
What about that other troll game that we just left?
Yeah, I counted
the
it. I
bottom.
counted it. Wait. Oh
No, but
yeah.
like, where should we put it?
Oh
It's bothering me now.
Oh, with this one?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a troll game.
I know it is. It is. I saw somebody play it like after we talked about it, and it's basically just like shooting. It's like Galaga, but FNAF,
What's that?
but sideways.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
What's Galaga?
What?
So, number one, I remember I've never seen this game in my life. I don't. This must have flown under the radar or something. I didn't know this.
The way I take
existed.
it back, I do know what Galaga is.
I would hope so.
Saya.
Well, I didn't know the name. I know what the game was. I didn't know they had a name.
Galaga is such a iconic name, though.
I'm gonna put it in Bulbul's suit, by the way.
I want to put it in Dormitibus. There's nothing in there, and I feel like I like
Oh my
Galaga,
God.
so
Well, I can put something in Dormitibus.
stop. Now I know who you're gonna agree with.
I don't know. I feel like, especially compared to like other troll games, I think this is actually like low tier. Like I think even the games that are just reskins, like that game looks so low effort.
I mean, it probably was, to be honest.
I mean, it had to have been.
Did you see the Chica screen
Yeah,
of the game?
Oh, let me see.
It's
That's literally just
so
a theme from FNAF
bad.
too.
It's so bad.
I mean, look at this. Like, oh my god. Where is it? This one?
It's literally just a FNAF Chica head.
Freddy,
Look, no,
Chica,
no.
Chica, you have
It's the
low.
blue thing.
Chica,
Yeah.
you have low relevance. With a Chica, the fandom will be happy. Wow,
I don't
why
think they were
has
happy.
nobody talked about this? That is like
Such a great
why?
game.
Wait, no, wait. That means something though. What the? I feel like
You
nobody
should
knows
put it
about this.
Put it at Dormitibus. It's so funny.
This game might be a
Look
meme.
at Chica Withered Boss. Look.
Okay,
Take
fine.
a gander.
Okay, fine. I'll put it into
Yay!
Midibus. Okay, Leia.
And we'll give you.
Leia, you get a point
another-
for that. No, you convinced me.
Oh.
You
Okay.
Get, you
Wait,
get a point.
I'll
let me
take
hear
it.
my opinion.
Okay, what's your opinion?
I think it should go Neutron Star.
Oh,
Stop.
okay, Leia, you get the point. Security breach. So, Jay, I will give you. What do you want to flip?
Oh, heads.
Tails.
Damn.
So, where do you want to put security breach, Leia?
I want to put it at Taylor Swift.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a valid reason. And I know that a lot of people agree that it's bad, but I don't think it's that bad. Just like Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Okay.
But okay, so basically it has its flaws. It's very bugged. It was rushed, which is I guess understandable. But it was very rushed and it looks good. The characters are good. The like the personalities for the characters, I like it. I like the story. It just doesn't feel like the same. It feels like its own separate game. It feels like a fan game, if I'm being honest. It's just it's okay. It's not my favorite.
I think
That's it.
I mean, no, I think that's a fair opinion. Again, to step in, there's a lot that happened with security breach. A lot of people have their opinions, and especially nowadays, hindsight's 2020. A lot of people, especially at the time, when they data mined the files, I think there was literally 50 gigabytes or so worth of cut content that people found. People found, especially at the time, they found completely like unused or cut or like unfinished game modes. They found entire areas of the game that were cut from the release. I think they found even like player models, cut lines, cut textures, and like especially I think they even had like a Vanny meter. So like originally, like if you stayed in one place for too long, Vanny would have appeared. This was. A lot of people think that the original vision of the game was definitely something way different from what we got, and apparently, possibly anyway, what happened was like maybe like in the latter 2 years of its development, they had to like completely change what the game was or something. Here's another one. So, have you ever wondered if like maybe we were supposed to actually ride a race car in Roxy Racers? There was code in the game, and I think even like leftover assets for something that was cut where you would have been able to actually ride in the race car instead of just getting a cutscene.
Dude, that's so
Man.
awesome.
Like, but it was cut, so like this game had so much potential. And again, to give it something is the actual atmosphere. Although the game is not scary, it just isn't. The game
It's really not.
the just wandering the mall and like I think the game looks beautiful. Again, it's not scary, but it is a very nice atmosphere and like the 80s kind of retro neon vibe. It is like really cool and it looks really nice.
I love the designs. I love the designs.
Recently when I replayed the game, I think maybe like a month or two ago now, when I started streaming more, I replayed Security Breach, and it plays better than it did on launch. I played the game on launch, and I can tell you it was a buggy.
It was bad.
It was bad, yeah. But like now, it runs a lot better now. It does, and they cleaned it up a good bit. But it's still like that doesn't change kind of like the fundamental issues with the game. You know, I think again, it's not scary. Vanny was built up to be like new big bad, and she appears in the game maybe like 3 times.
True.
I think the animatronics, I think they look cool, but they aren't scary either. I don't like this. I don't like the staff bots. They are a nuisance.
Hey.
Well, okay, I
Hey,
know that.
no.
I know that's funny.
Hey.
I know that's funny.
Hey.
I know. Consider the following, but talking about security breach in general, like I don't like how they work, but I'm. I don't like the story, but that's besides. Well,
I like this.
Jay, what's your
I
opinion?
think it has
Jay, what's your
potential.
opinion?
I actually think it should go lower than Taylor Swift.
Oh, where do you
Oh.
think it should go?
It's worse than FNAF 3.
Okay, that's fair. It's okay. Okay, what's your?
It just doesn't feel like FNAF. I get that it's like, oh, you can move around now, but it's not scary. Like if like Chica, excuse me, you just like turn a corner and like, oh, I'm safe now, and it's just not scary. It completely disregards the whole like ambiance that FNAF has created, where like you're in a concealed space and you have to survive getting attacked by these possessed creatures. Well, not creatures, animatronics, but not only that, but they never explain why you're suddenly friends with fucking Freddy.
Okay, so yeah,
Like,
so sorry. One thing just to feed into that. So number one, you play as this kid named Gregory, and depending on who you ask, again, hindsight's 2020. But here's another thing that's wrong with Security Breach. Half of the context for the game is in books. So one of the biggest, I don't want to spend too much time talking
Can't
about
read.
I don't want to spend too much time talking about the books and Security Breach's lore, because again, it's one of those developing things that we don't know everything about. But a lot of the context, people would argue, for Security Breach is in the books that came out alongside the game, the Tales from the Pizzaplex. There were 8 books, and a lot of the context that kind of more or less gives you answers to mysteries of the game is in the books. And I think that is a failure of storytelling, that all of your context and all of your lore pretty much is in supplementary material, right? Pretty much. You're getting, I think the game costs maybe $30 on Steam, but you're paying for like $30, I think. Maybe it was more at the time of its release, but this is a AAA game. This is not an indie game. This is a game that was made by a company. This is like, you can't do a AAA game and do what FNAF 1 or like what the old games did. The old games, they were made in something called Click Team. That is the game engine that they were made in. They had their limits, and what they did to tell their story is they had the phone calls, or they had the 8-bit mini games or something along those lines. You cannot put your story behind a paywall. That is just not a good idea. And I don't think, to be fair, I don't think it's like FNAF AR where, it's not like microtransactions. I think, there's a lot of things that happened with Security Breach. But, for instance, the Mimic, which is like, depending on who you ask, that is the new villain of the franchise at the moment, maybe. His whole story is in the confines of the books that came out alongside Security Breach. Like, it's a cool character, yeah, those are cool stories, but I feel like it makes the experience of Security Breach lesser because
True.
we don't know these things. You have to read 8 books to understand, oh yeah, Gregory has a connection with Glamrock Freddy, which is true. So there is a story in the books where Gregory is revealed to be the guy who is pretty much kidnapping school counselors. So in Security Breach, there is a character that by the name of Patient 46. If you remember, there was those secret CDs that you could play, and it's like therapy sessions, right? Some of them are between Vanessa some of them are between some kid supposedly. Like one of the mysteries was, okay, who's this kid? Well, in the books, it's revealed that most likely the kid that is in those therapy tapes is Gregory, and most likely he was under Glitch Chap's control. Well, how did that happen? We don't know that yet, but the whole point is that like so much of the story is just like either it's too left up to interpretation, like it's too like almost plot hole, to be honest. Oh, like it's like, oh, nah, you have to pay like at least $20 to read the book. Or like, so no way, I'm putting it in scrap chapters. So sorry, I was convincing myself. Jay, where do you want to put it?
I wanted it in that one.
Okay, good. So you get a point.
Yeah.
You get a point.
Was not that big of a fan of Security Breach. I'm gonna be honest. I have not watched any gameplay for Ruin.
I have
The
opinions on
main
this
thing I
one.
know about it is the mimic meme.
I have
The
opinions.
mimic.
Instantly
I know there's some.
neutron star.
I know that in Ruin you don't play as Gregory. You play as this other kid,
I
and there's
see.
like all the security bitch animatronics are now more, they're withered basically.
Pretty much.
Well, even more withered.
Yeah.
Like Monty's basically just a rabid dog.
Yeah.
The Freddy
Um,
you see, I don't know. I've seen that it's speculated that's not even Freddy from the first game. It's like a different Freddy.
It's like that's one of the. I think it's the Freddy that you do that is from the game, but some people disagree. That's to each their own.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the one that has like a stomach
Prototype.
mouth, and you got. I forgot how Chica looks different, but I know Roxy still has no face.
You're correct. Yep.
And of course, you got the mimic that turns out it wasn't who he said he was.
Yep.
Wait, who are you? Me? The mimic. And besides that, I don't know what else to say about it.
No, I mean, yeah. So, Leia, what do you got?
my opinion is either Demidibus or Wilbursoot. I
Really?
think
That's great.
this game kind of sucks.
Really?
Because I watched somebody play it, and I was like, like it didn't feel like anything. It felt like it felt short. First of all, the plot twist, it was kind of like not a plot twist because it was kind of implied. I mean, they tried to do it Sister Location did, but like bad. And I don't know, I felt like the gameplay kind of sucked. I felt like it was kind of bad.
Okay.
And then I don't know, I felt like it was rushed. It like came out and I was like, I don't know. I don't like it.
I'm surprised. So, no, I'm not gonna say you're wrong or anything. What I'd say is that a lot of people actually think Ruin is better than Security Breach.
I have heard that.
Like, I don't think Ruin is as scary as like even Sister Location or FNAF 4. But a lot.
I think it's scary. I think it's scarier than Security Breach, but I think it's bad.
Yeah, no, I'd
Sorry.
say it's a scarier game than compared to Security Breach. Like objectively, it's just a creepier environment, and the animatronic designs, just because of how withered they are like more scary.
If it makes you feel better, I was gonna put it in Scrap Trap if you put Security Breach there, but I just wanted to put it lower.
No,
I just
that's
think
fine.
it's bad.
I'm trying to think about it because I mean you gave your opinion and you have seen it, so like I probably might put it in the Midibus, but like if because of how like you got it's based off your opinions and you're trying to convince me, and I get where you're coming from. I played it on the day it released. I got home from work, I downloaded it, and I beat it within like 3 hours, if that.
It just
really
felt
short
short.
Well, no. To be fair to the game, and this is like a lot of games nowadays.
To
Depending
be
on
fair, it's just a DLC.
yeah, no, it is a DLC, and to be fair, you can beat Security Breach if you are good enough at the game. You can beat Security Breach in under at least like literally like maybe 5 hours, if that. Like, you can beat a lot of these. To be fair to Ruin, you can beat FNAF 3, or like, sorry, not even FNAF 3, but like FNAF 1 in a matter of an hour if you are good enough at the game. Theoretically, you
Yes,
can
you're
beat
wrong.
this in under an hour if you are good enough.
I don't know.
You're
It just
wrong.
wasn't interesting to me.
No, that's fair, but like, sorry, going to so you play as Cassie, for starters. I think Cassie is a
I like
better...
Cassie.
I think Cassie is a better protagonist than Gregory, actually.
Me too.
I think you don't see a lot of it, but she has like a bit of a cool relationship with Roxy. You don't see it as much as you see Gregory and Freddy.
No, I actually really liked that, but that was like one of the only things that I really liked about Ruin was the relationship with Cassie.
I would say this is actually better than Security Breach. I would say that Ruin is better than Security Breach. I think it gets rid of a lot of unnecessary things that Security Breach had. For instance, Security Breach had hiding spots. This game, you do not hide. Well, you can, but like it doesn't. You can hide in Security Breach. You can hide like in trash cans and like in strollers and photo booths. You don't do that in Ruin. Ruin, you either like the animatronic is very much around the area and you have to try and avoid it, or you do something else. Like, for instance, the final chase sequences, you have to complete the puzzle as fast as possible as the mimic is stomping behind you. In terms of the story, I do think the story is a lot better than Security Breach as well. It has a lot of implications in terms of the lore. I think one of the cool things about Ruin... Okay, yeah, I think I'm talking myself with the Taylor Swift, by the way. The AR mask, the AR Vanny mask, which is really interesting. I think visually... what the AR Vanny mask does, it has a lot of lore implications, right? Like, it has, like, it is one of the things that people kind of difficult to wrap their head around, and it really, and this goes back to what I said about Sister Location, really took a turning point with, suspending your disbelief. You literally have a mask that changes the world around you so drastically. Like, I mean, that's neither here nor there in terms of the lore, but as a gameplay mechanic, it works really well, and visually, it is stunning. In my opinion, this is more complete than Security Breach is. I would have to put it, like, at least in Taylor Swift.
But that wasn't the point of the video, though.
Okay, fine, I'll put it in Dominibus. Give me a minute, Mike.
Sigh.
No, like, I got you. I'll put it in Dominibus. I'll give you the point.
But like, if Laya didn't convince you though.
I don't
know. Isn't that the whole point? We're supposed to convince you to putting it to one spot.
Yeah, but like I convinced myself that it should go in Taylor Swift. I mean, I could give myself the point.
I guess that's fair.
You're right. You're right. We should like Doc win.
Right, I'll give myself the point.
Doc is at 6 right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of concerning, actually.
We're
he might
at
actually
8.
win. Go, guys. He might win.
Oh no, there's more space game. No.
Is that actually another space game?
Yeah, so before the movie came out, to kind of tease the movie...
that's the one I mentioned before.
Yeah, this is technically a troll game, more or less, but it is also a teaser for the movie. So pretty much what it is, it's a bunch of levels that are... They kind of have a gimmick. One of them is, like, bad merchandise from FNAF, and it has, like, references to, like, merchandise from throughout the years.
Okay.
I think another one is NSFW Island, and it has a very...
What?
What?
Let me look it up. Okay, fine.
What?
Freddy in Space 3 NSF.
Don't look that up. Don't look that up. Don't look that up.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Yes.
What is that?
Stop.
What is that supposed? Why is he buff?
Stop.
I don't like it.
Throw it down. Stop. I can't look at this.
What is that? You know what? I'm putting that in Wilbur suit. I don't think I like this game very much.
Stop.
We haven't coin flipped yet.
I know, but
I don't think we need to coin flip. I think we just.
Okay, can we just put it in Wilbur suit?
Well, let me explain.
No.
Let me explain.
No,
put it in
let
Wilbur
me,
suit.
no,
let me,
It's bad.
put it down.
let me explain.
Put it
I
down.
am not hearing you
Put
out.
it down.
Let me tell you what the game is, how the game ends, okay?
Oh my god.
So it has a boss fight against Scott Cawthon. You
Okay.
And then when
Okay.
you beat the game, he gives you a link. And what the link was, it was a link to a privated video, I believe, on Universal's YouTube channel. And what the video was is it was camera footage. I wish I kept it, but I don't have the link. It was a teaser for the movie. You were in the security office. There were a bunch of like camera screens in front of you, and the screens would show some scenes from the movie and some scenes from like a different angle. So like one of them, for instance, number one, you saw Shadow Freddy. Shadow Freddy appeared on the monitors. Another one was you saw it was a news broadcast that I think that was probably cut from the movie, or maybe they didn't want to put it in the movie. It was 5 children have gone missing at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. It was a big teaser for the movie, pretty much.
Oh, that's so cool. Put it in Wilbur's sit.
Okay.
It's going Wilbur suit.
Okay. I guess you guys get a point for that. I guess I forgot. I don't know why it's all the way at the end here, but this is actually this is update 2 of FNAF World. I briefly mentioned it before. This was the Halloween update that teased sister location. Do you guys have an
Nah,
opinion on it?
put it in the same row as FNAF World.
To be fair, it did introduce voice acting.
Nah, I'd still say
Yeah,
put it
just
in
put
the
it in
same
there.
row.
Okay. You guys still have. I mean, you guys agreed, but you're both still tied. So you both have 10. So we have
This
one
isn't
more
tense.
game. We have one more game. I'm gonna coin flip. I'm gonna say, Leia, what do you wanna be? Coin flip.
Tails.
Jay.
Oh, this
Rubs
is
my hands
funny.
evilly.
This
Wilbur
is
suit.
funny. Stop.
No, I'll be honest. I have not watched any gameplay of this game. I only know from what I've heard, and based off that, I think it might not be as good as the first Help on it.
Oh, it's not. It's not. But it's still.
Because I've
good.
heard that it's more like how do I say this? It's more VR based, and you know how like VR games are usually mini game heavy because they want you to be like immersed in like the game. So there's a lot of
Like
things you
Job
gotta push
Simulator.
off, things you gotta pull.
Like Job Simulator.
Yeah.
Like that. I've heard that it's like more mini game based. Like, of course, it's based in FNAF, but like, there's a lot of more stuff for you to do, and it's like less of you getting jump scared and move. Like, oh, you gotta complete this mini game, but ooh, watch out
Playing
for
a
the
game.
random animatronic in the corner and like shit like that. And like, sure, it might be more polished, and it might be like, it might be more straightforward because I've heard that too. That it at least explains things better. But based on FNAF alone, I don't think it's as good as the first game. I feel like so.
So
I
where
think
would you
I'd put
put
like
it?
a tier lower where the first game is.
So
Yeah.
I think I'd put
Yeah,
it at
Davidson.
Freddy 5 Bear. I think I would put it at Freddy 5 Bear because I think it's a good game. I just don't think it's as good as the games that are on David Tennant level. I think it's like just silly. I really haven't heard any lore about it, but
the lore
I guess
actually
that
kind of goes
depends.
hard. The lore
watching.
goes hard.
I guess it depends what I'm watching because I watched Markiplier play and he's not really in it for the lore. He's just in it to play games. But I do like the game. I think it's a good game.
I'll throw my 2 cents, and like if your opinions are like stay the same, I'll see. But like maybe this will sway you. So to break it down, to start with the gameplay. So a lot of the consensus for Help 1 and 2, and I did play it.
Okay.
It is a really fun game. I think that's actually really important to know is that it is a really fun game. I think you're not wrong in saying that, oh yeah, it's very minigame based. And that like, oh yeah, you have like different levels here. And like, oh yeah, you do something. For example, food prep. Some of the levels have you
I
like
remember
making
that
food. And then you like serve it.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that not every level is scary. Yeah, like compared to Help Wanted 1, where, it's adapting FNAF 1, 2, 3, 4, which are, again, objectively scary games, and then you put it in VR, oh yeah, that is scary. FNAF 2, Help Wanted 2 takes a lot of liberties, and it does its own thing, and yeah, it makes these experiences where it's not necessarily scary. It could be maybe, like, stressful or, like, intense, but you're completing a task, and in that sense, this is what I say. It's a lot like Sister Location, or like what Sister Location tried to do with every night you have a different task that you complete. So like in Help Wanted, each level is a different task. Again, food prep, or some of them you're playing a what's a good one? Brain malfunction. Log flume. You have like a log flume, and you have like a not dot gun, but you have like a gun that you're shooting targets with, or like why am I blanking on the name? The carnival game where you throw balls and you try to hit bottles or you try to hit targets, whatever. Does anyone remember what that's called? I'm having a brain fart.
No, but I remember the Pop Goes the Weasel game.
In terms of the story, in terms of the story, in terms of the story, Jenny, in terms of the story, it is the general belief that you play as Cassie's dad.
I see.
And this takes place
Did
before
not know that.
This takes place before Ruin does, and the idea is that, I mean, depending on who you ask, it's like the exacts are your interpretation, but the idea is that you play as Cassie's dad, and funny thing, Cassie's dad might be the Bonnie bully from FNAF 4.
No.
So if you remember from FNAF 4, Michael was actually accompanied by some of his friends, and they were all wearing different masks. So in Help Wanted 2, when you're doing one of the endings, that's the Princess Quest ending, where, okay, so that's actually a really cool thing too about this game, is that you go through Princess Quest, but you're doing it from the perspective of the princess. So you actually have the sword, and you are going through it, like in VR, you're going through the lever, and you're fighting the enemies. It's really cool.
Why would bro come back?
He also dies at the end of Help Wanted 2.
Oh.
Well, maybe not die,
Oh,
but
you actually died in the game?
It's again, up to your interpretation. He is... So, in Ruin, or Jay, you might not know, but Laya, in Ruin, when you get the Vanny mask, it's given to you by a staff bot with bunny ears.
Right.
That's Cassie's dad.
Wait, that part I actually know.
That's Cassie's dad.
Whoa.
When you,
That's
in one
strange.
of the endings for Help Wanted 2, you actually see that scene where the staff bot gives Cassie the mask. You see it from the staff bot's perspective, and it happens after a bunch of staff bots gang up on you. So the idea is that, and when you put the mask on in Ruin and you look at that security bot, you can actually see human remains inside the machine.
Yucky.
Yeah, so the idea possibly, again, it's all theory pretty much, is that he may have been stuffed inside a staff bot.
I'm gonna pick Freddy Fazbear because I don't want to base my opinion off of if I pick this.
Okay.
It's gonna get picked. So I'm just gonna keep Freddy Fazbear.
That's okay. I'm trying to put my bias aside for this. I think, unfortunately, I think the downside of ranking Help Wanted 2 is that you guys aren't familiar with it as much as I am. Unfortunately, that not your fault, of course, but it is like a newer game, so I'm trying to think. I think they are both very valid places to put it. I think it's very valid to say that it's not as. I think I'm gonna put in David Tennant because I think Jay put it. I think Jay gave it well enough that it's not as scary as the first one. And that's fine. I think, again, my own opinion is that I actually think it is better than the original Help Wanted because it's fun. I think that's ultimately down to your opinion. If you would rather a scary game, then Help Wanted 1 is the better one. But if you just want like a
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
experience with maybe some horror sprinkled in, then I think Help Wanted 2 is a good game, especially definitely. I think for the story compared to Security Breach and maybe even compared to Ruin, I think Help Wanted 2 is a very good entry in the series.
Oh, it's
Um,
like way better.
I like the idea of like what it possibly does for the lore, whatever. That again, neither here nor there. But on that note, Jay wins.
Yippee!
Congratulations.
What did you guys
Wait,
think?
guys, you know what? You know what this means?
What?
I'm nothing like y'all.
Stop.
I want you guys to take a look at this list. I want you guys to take a look at this. Look at what we did here.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
look at
I
your
have
opinion.
a couple opinions.
Do you,
Oh my god.
I want you guys to know that this is now your definitive opinion on Five Nights at
This
Freddy's.
is not my opinion. This is not my opinion.
This is your definitive opinion on Five Nights at Freddy's.
No.
According to
No.
you, this is our definitive opinion.
Stop. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, sister location deserves to be in Neutron Star, guys.
I want you to know that we put a troll game in Neutron Star.
I'm so sad. Actually, I'm not sad that it's
Dude,
in there.
that troll
I'm
game
sad-
deserves a fun.
True. But you know what also deserves it?
No, don't
Sister
even.
location.
I know what you're gonna say. Shut up, man.
Guys, please. It's a good game.
Nah,
It's a great game,
it's
even.
too late.
So,
What do you think? Like, how do you? Well, no, wait, sorry, back it up. How did you have fun?
you
How
got
was
it.
this?
I think
I
this
feel
fun.
like this
I
was
like
very
arguing.
cool.
I like arguing.
Yeah, arguing is always fun.
I
Yeah.
thought we could have just done like a normal tier list, but if we did that, like I didn't need people here for that. I could have ranted about where I would place these games or whatever. I think what I wanted to do for this was I wanted to make it somewhat different from your usual tier list. So I thought having
Yeah.
people like actually debate about where they would put these games would be a lot
I
want to
see where you would put them without like explanation. Just like take a screenshot and then like put where you would, because I want to see your opinion personally.
I'll do that. Like, maybe I'll do that like off camera. That doesn't need to be a video. But thank you for joining me. This was really fun. What would you guys think about doing Five Nights at Freddy's characters next?
I want to do characters so bad. Please, guys.
How would we argue about that though? Like, would we have to bring in the lore implication of every character? Because I don't know that.
Just bring up
I don't
about
know
how
all that.
awesome they are.
Or like, would we just argue that this guy
if they were.
he looks cooler than that guy, so he should put over here.
Oh my gosh! For character design, we could put the last tier as Scrap Trap
Oh yeah.
design.
Oh nah.
Before we
Funny.
before we derail too far, we'll talk about it like in a minute. But number one,
Yeah.
thank you, Leia and Jay, for joining me for this. This was really fun. I like how this turned out actually.
Welcome.
You guys made some. You guys had some pretty solid opinions. I'll be honest. Like especially especially Jay. I wasn't expecting you to have that big of a brain when it came to some of the games. Like
no.
Dude, I grew up with this franchise. Of course I'd have him.
But again, thank you guys for joining me, and thank you everyone who dared to watch us. I hope you enjoyed as well.
Yep.
Hopefully sooner rather than later we'll actually do another one of these. Again, this is really fun, and the next one we probably do will be characters. If you would like to see that, because if you don't,
leave a like if you want to see more tier list, guys.
Exactly. Without further ado, thank you for watching, and peace out.